Hi, I'm back. I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about what estate planning is, what estate planning is not. And then we'll call it a day, just these short videos. But one of the things that kind of I have become aware of is when people think of estate planning, they think of wills. They think of a document. They think this document is magical and is going to solve everything, I guess. They think it's going to distribute their property after they die, which it partially will. So I just wanted to talk about there are documents that are an outcome of really good estate planning. And those documents will serve your family. They will bring forth your goals and objectives, what's important to you, maintain your legacy, distribute your property in the way you want it to be, handle the business of your home or your family in your incapacity when you're not able to. They will allow others to make medical decisions for you, but it's a very well thought out process. It's a process that isn't taken lightly. It's a process that requires you to work closely with your lawyer, sharing what your assets are, because planning differs depending upon your assets. For example, you wouldn't do retirement benefit planning within your trust if you have no 401k or no retirement accounts to account for. So there's just a lot of things that a lawyer must know about you. Remember, lawyers are under very secure confidentiality requirements, just their pure ethics. They can't share anything about you or even that you are a client of theirs necessarily. So just don't worry about what you need to share, but share your innermost thoughts. Talk about what you want for your children and your wife or your husband if you pass. Discuss your parents. Discuss distribution of property. Just talk about the best thing that you could see happening in the event of your untimely death. Because you have heard the horror stories, I'm sure. People who are just kind of thrown to the wolves because there's no planning, or what planning was done was just, not very good. Check the box, fill in the blank kind of thing. In fact, if you saw my last video, you know I fell victim to that as well. My husband and I thought we were doing the right thing. We thought we were doing an estate plan, when in fact all we got was a set of documents. Those documents had to be thrown away once at the death of my son, because my son was the only beneficiary named. Nothing worked about those documents. So that was not an estate plan. An estate plan is something that you build a relationship with your lawyer. He or she knows enough about you, your assets, your goals, your visions, your legacy, what you want to leave for your family, and then you set forth and you create that plan. The plan is not a one and done thing. You don't put it on the shelf. Every time something changes in your life, you buy a new home, you have another child, you really need to review that plan with your attorney. So it's a relationship that lasts for a very, very long time. And if you're not thinking about what has changed, you probably should see your lawyer about every 3 years and just say, hey, should we do any updates? Here's what's happening in my life. Here are my assets. But at very most, an estate plan is an accumulation of knowledge. It is bringing together all of your assets into one place, putting them into a solid plan for distribution, and really making it very personal to you of what you want done with your assets in the event of your timely or untimely death. It is not a set of documents. Documents are an outcome of very sound planning. But if you think you can just go in and check the box and get a good set of good, well planned out set of documents, you won't get what you wanted, and your family won't get what you hoped for. And I can attest to that given my experience with a very poor estate planning lawyer. I really went to an estate planning lawyer and got those set of documents that were very poor. But at the same time, that lawyer never asked me any questions about my assets, what I wanted, what would happen in the event that my son died, knowing he was an only child. Just, I look back on that and I realize I did not get an estate plan. My husband and I did not do estate planning. We could have just gone on to some online LegalZoom, gotten the same thing. That wouldn't work, probably. So I just wanted to take that time and let you know an estate plan is a big process, takes a lot of thought and thinking, takes a lot of knowledge about your unique situation, and then your lawyer will design the plan that fits you best, that you can count on and your family can count on. And the relationship that you have with your lawyer going forward will help you keep those documents aligned with your plan. So wanted to just share that with you, give you food for thought, what an estate plan is, what it is not. So take care until the next time. Bye-bye.